Hi, crafty creators. This is Amanda from Anything Goes, and I thought I would start a series on how to utilize your paper punches in other ways than what they're meant for. So for today, we're going to be working with a heart punch. You can also use a heart die, but I know that heart punches and circle punches and all kinds of paper punches sometimes get forgotten about, and it's so much easier just to punch it than to die cut it. But if you don't have a heart punch, absolutely use a heart die. So what we're going to be making today, I was actually inspired by this pin. I hosted a Christmas dinner about 20 years ago, and I made every person that came to dinner this pin. And it's made out of wooden hearts and a little popsicle stick. And I painted all of them, and you can see all the glue gun stuff on the buttons and everything. But that was, before I cared about whether glue strings showed or not. But anyway, this was my inspiration. So I made this Christmas tree, and I used Maggie Holmes paper for the top and the bottom, and then just pink cardstock for the center. Now for the presents, I happen to have, and this is what I'd use for my little dies so I don't lose them. I happen to have a little present die cut that actually came with an arcade machine die that I bought. It was a really weird combo of what came with it. But anyway, if you don't have something like a gift, that's easy. Use a square die or a square punch. I don't own a square punch, and I've been searching for square punches for a few years now because I know how many things can be made with a square punch. So if you don't have a square punch or a square die, then just cut some squares out of paper, and you can cut some tiny little strips to try to make, a line back and forth. And if you have little mini bows, put them on. If not, no worries. I don't have stars that are small enough to fit on this tree, so I went with a bow instead of a star. If you have stars in your stash, a star punch, one of those little mini star punches, that would be perfect. And then I just added some flat back gemmies and little pearls as the Christmas tree decoration. So for today, I'm going to be working with, I already punched out the hearts. This is crepe paper. So to make the tree, we're actually going to turn the heart upside down. And what you do is you glue each one to the next one. So I'm going to put glue on the back, and I'm going to put some glue right here, just like that. You don't need much. And glue it to the next one. No, wait, I'm doing this backwards. It should go that way. I'm sorry. The glue goes on this part. Okay. And then you press it down. It doesn't take long for the glue to dry. Luckily, I'm using wet glue, so. And then our next piece, I found that if you use more than 3 pieces, it looks more like a really tall pine tree versus a Christmas tree. So there's our base. That's our Christmas tree. And I have a popsicle stick right here that I cut the other end when I made the first Christmas tree. And I am going to use hot glue to glue this onto the back. I'm going to keep my stick a little longer because I noticed when I made this one, you really can't see the bottom of the tree because the presents are too big. So I'm going to grab my SureBonder glue gun and I'm going to put some glue on the back. And then I'm going to place it on the back of the tree. Now, if having a back covered is your thing, all you have to do is make 2 of the trees and then glue that other one onto this side so you can cover the popsicle stick. For today, it's not going to bother me because I'm just showing you something that you can make with a paper punch. I'm dragging it with me with those. So I went ahead and made some of the presents. I just chose some white glitter paper and then some holographic paper. And this is actually a Paige Evans piece of paper, but it's so hard to tell because of how it's cut out. And this is just from a paper pad. So this time when I put them on, I don't want to put them on to where they're going to cover the trunk of the tree. And I'm going to use hot glue for this as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the side. And then I'm going to place it down like that. And then I'm going to get my other one, put some hot glue on the other side of it. And I'm going to place this one a little higher. So this way, my tree trunk can be seen. Now, again, you can take this as far as you want. You can stain the popsicle stick, you can paint it, do whatever you want to do for it. So I wanted to come up with some options if you don't have stars, because my stars, like I said, are huge and wouldn't fit on this tree. So of course you have the bow. If you have some smaller hearts, you could put a heart at the top. I know it's a little bit, maybe too many hearts, but it's still an option. I have these little puff balls, and I thought that would be cute to be at the top. So for this one, since I used the bow on my first one, I'm going to go with the little pink puff ball. And I'm just going to put some glue right there at the top. And hold my puff ball down. And there we go. I have this random jar of flat back pearls, and there's some beads and whatnot in there. So I'm just gonna pull out some that will match the tree. And I'm probably gonna go with some white ones again. Let's see. Those are really big. Okay. Not those. I need smaller ones. Okay. There's a smaller one. Here's a smaller one. There's even some bead spacers in this jar. It's just kind of like my random. I spotted a gemmy that I thought would look cute. We'll put another gemmy there. And 2 more pearls to even it out. Now for these, I do use wet glue because just in case I get them in the wrong spot, I want to be able to have that time to move it around and get it where I want it to go. And you can absolutely use some thin twine if you want to add like a tinsel type of string to it. And if you've got bigger hearts, you can make this as big as you want. You don't have to make it this size. This is just what I have available to me. And I just wanted to share with you guys the potential that these paper punches have that sometimes we don't think about other things that can be made using the paper punches. And I'm just getting started with just the heart. I have probably 20 paper punches. And I'll show you a picture. Where did that? Oh, there it is. I'll show you guys a picture of what my bin of paper punches looks like. So you'll be able to see for yourself that I'm absolutely just getting started, because some of them, there's so many things you can make with them. And like I said, I find it easier to just punch out a shape versus running it through the die machine. Sometimes I get tired of die cutting. And this, except for the presents, this is a way to still get a really pretty outcome. And here is the pink one. And see how you can't see the stick on the pink one, but still super cute. And you can punch a hole up here if you wanted, and you can dangle it. If you want to put a little dangle on something, you can put a paper clip on the back, make it like a hidden paper clip. You can make it a pin like my original one was. And see, these hearts are a lot wider too, so that also makes the tree look a little different. So that's why if you've got dies, your hearts might be wider than this is 1 7/16 of an inch heart. So I hope you learned something new today about paper punches, and stay tuned for the next video on how to use your paper punches to make other things than what they're intended for. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, crafty creators.